You need to find spine flexion. We know you can tighten your stomach and create some spine flexion, but we have a hard time getting passive stretching in it and feeling isometrics in it. So what we're gonna do is have you be in like a butterfly position. We could do this a couple different ways. I'm gonna give you an alternative after this, but I want you to see on my setup that when I'm here, watch my low back go into flexion. My arms are just an anchor. So I'm using my core, I'm flexing my spine to go here. I would hook your elbows further underneath. So I want you to watch me for a sec. You're gonna do this and extend out of flexion. But my arms, you see how I'm in full flexion here? And then I start extending and I can't really go any further. That PAIL is only doable because my arms are locked under my legs.
Sure.
Okay, so I could be here and do it, but as soon as I start extending, my whole body starts coming up.
In reality, you're locking your shoulders.
Yes, yes, exactly. I'm trying to lock cervical, thoracic spine down, and then I'm basically just anteriorly tilting my pelvis and extending my lumbar spine. And I'm trying to get you to feel the stretch transition into a contraction. That's all it is.
You're intentionally moving the pelvis.
Yes, and if anteriorly tilting your pelvis helps you find more spine extension of the PAIL, then that's exactly what we want. So I wouldn't even lean over that much. I would sit up, keep your elbows there, push this into me, push this more into me. Think about squeezing your butt under you and posteriorly tilting your pelvis. Does that give you more of a stretch for spine flexion?
Yeah, I got it at the top.
Like up here?
No, the top of the pelvis.
You feel this stretching?
Yeah.
Okay, pull that into posterior tilt, lumbar spine flexion. Just like all of our other PAILs and rails, we're gonna do a 2-minute stretch. Breathe into that. Try to get, you could do this for thoracic flexion too, so it's not just lumbar flexion. Obviously, you could change the orientation of how you're positioned to bias one or the other, or to do global flexion. For you in particular, you need this. So if you could push that into me more, if you could posteriorly tilt your pelvis further and tuck your butt under you to be able to create a sensation where our vertebrae are basically pulling apart. All right, hold that, breathe into it. You're 30 seconds in. We're gonna go for another 90 seconds of a stretch. We're gonna do another variation of this, just like how we have other variations of every other exercise we do. It's all about the setup. And if the setup allows for you to get more out of it, like this setup versus the other one, then that's fine with me. There isn't one that's better or worse. It's just one that is more accessible for you, less accessible, what resonates with you more versus another one, that kind of thing. You got another 45 seconds of stretching there. Are you able to create more of a stretch as you sit here?
Yeah, when I'm squeezing the glutes.
Yeah.
And it started at the bottom of the spine.
Okay.
More of a stretch.
Like the tailbone?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as I do more of it, I can work behind it up.
Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, that's totally okay. So for anyone like watching the video too, wherever they feel flexion, for you, you're feeling it at the base of your tailbone, and you're like kind of driving it up and up and up as you sit into the stretch. We're just trying to find more flexion. But for someone watching this and they're like, yeah, I need more spine flexion, they are working with whatever they have to bridge them to whatever they don't have. So if someone watching the video feels it up here, that's fine. They want to work their way down or work their way up relative to what they need. For you, we find the bottom, working our way up from there. Go ahead and start the PAIL, but really intentionally, don't let your thoracic spine move at all. All you're trying to do is anteriorly tilt your pelvis and try to extend the lumbar spine out of spine flexion, and your arms and shoulders here are anchored down through the elbow so that this can't move and all the tension is being driven from here. So keep thinking about pulling away from me. This doesn't move at all, and you're trying to get your low back to run away from my fingers. We no longer feel the stretch. You now feel tension in your lower back, is that right? So that tension you're creating, if you can drive more of it, then in theory your PAIL will be more potent, and then your rail would be more productive getting into deeper flexion, okay? So try to squeeze that a little bit more deliberate. You've been going for 45 seconds, dial it up. Slowly start trying to give me 100% effort. So squeeze this as hard as you can while still finding spine extensors in spine flexion. You got another 8, 7, 6, a little bit more anterior pelvic tilt, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't move a thing but relax. Don't let the thoracic spine move at all. Tighten your stomach and rail. Push your lumbar spine against my fingers here. Squeeze your butt and posteriorly tilt your pelvis under you more. You should be contracting your stomach to initiate deeper spine flexion here. So try to feel the association with the stomach tightening and how much spine flexion that's actually able to be driven for that. Give me another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How was that?
Sweating.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
What I want to do is go give you a different variation and see how that feels for you. I don't really care where you put your feet or where you put your hands. If I were to be here, it'd probably be a little easier to find thoracic flexion, right, in my upper back. If I'm down here, it's a little bit easier in my lower back. I don't want us pushing off our legs. Like, I don't want you like squatting away from the bar, and I don't want you yanking on the bar too much and creating tension in your lats. There's gonna be some tension in your arms because you are pushing your back away from the bar. But what I want us to feel is, again, the same sensation. We're getting a passive stretch, right? The backside lengthening. Then you're gonna pail by trying to contract out of it, but you're anchored down. And then you're gonna rail by trying to touch your lower back to the back of the chair. And whatever setup works for you, doesn't matter to me. Some just click better than others for some people. So push against me, push this up a little bit too. I want you to hang out that. We're gonna do the same thing, and we're gonna do a 2-minute stretch. The legs are relatively limp, and there's not a lot of tension from you yanking too much here, right? It's all in your trunk. If you're tightening your stomach to push this out, fine. If you can find the lengthening portion of this without your stomach being tight, even better. Good, right there. You feel a little bit more of a stretch there? I felt that, good. So your job's to keep trying to just push the spine against the chair here and get those vertebrae pulling apart. You got another minute of stretching, and then we will go into your PAIL where you're isometrically contracting. So just breathe into that. It's very easy just to sit here in flexion and just kind of be idling. I wanna make sure that you're pushing for more range. You're pushing for more of a stretch. You got another 30 seconds, 15 seconds of stretching. Just breathe and work your way through that for a minute. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, don't move a thing. This stays totally still. This stays still. Extend the spine right there, right? And you're trying to be as deliberate as we can with the portion of your lumbar spine that needs attention. And as we get better at this, we can be a little bit more deliberate with what segment are we truly extending from. We feel the tops of our glutes as we go into anterior pelvic tilt, right? You're trying to pull your butt up and you're trying to extend your lumbar spine. So instead of a stretch, we're still getting a contraction again, right? We feel how it's different but similar to the positioning we had you in before. Yeah. And again, whatever setup resonates with you, it's fine. This might actually do better for you today because we warmed you up on the other one too, right? So I wouldn't just assume that this one's better. I would definitely try this first and then the other one afterwards and just kind of pick your poison. Try to pull away from me a little bit harder and create more tension there. So the measure of progression would be how hard can you contract your lower back? Can you squeeze it more deliberately, kind of like how you would flex your arms harder, your quads harder, you squeeze your glutes harder? Can you squeeze your spine extensors, not just harder, but more specific to the portion of tissue that you need? So that's how we're getting not just our back more mobile, but stronger too. And we're trying to create a more potent stimulus for your spine by contracting harder. You got another 8, 7, 6, good job keeping this still, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse rail. Push the lower spine to the back of the chair, right? We're trying to close this gap. And I want you tightening your stomach as hard as you can, especially the portion of your abdomen that's beneath your belly button. The lower abs, that's the hardest part for us to target. If you can find the lower portion of your abdomen and correlate that to flexion where the tailbone is, then we're in the right space. The harder you can contract that, the better. Give me another 30 seconds of just tightening that up as hard as you can. You've got another 15 seconds. Give me another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.